Welcome back. Communist China is now demanding that the United States lift tariffs on Chinese steel and aluminum products imposed during the Trump administration. And the Biden administration is reportedly considering it. On Thursday, the administration announced new tariffs on can-making metal imported from several countries, including China, which will face a tariff of nearly 125% of their import value. This price due in part to the Chinese companies' inability to prove that they are, in fact, independent from Chinese Communist Party officials. Plus, Biden's push for green energy is about to get more expensive for U.S. consumers after the Commerce Department determined solar panel manufacturers in 4 Southeast Asian countries evaded U.S. tariffs by using Chinese-sourced materials without paying any duty. Joining me right now for more on all of this is Robert Lighthizer. He served as the U.S. trade representative in the Trump administration. He is the author of the new book, No Trade is Free, Changing Course, Taking on China, and Helping America's Workers. That book available right now. Robert Lighthizer, great to see you this morning. Congrats on the book. Thanks for being here.
Thank you very much for having me, Maria. It's a pleasure.
You know, we've talked so much about all of the provocations from Communist China, from a surveillance balloon which hovered across our country for a week and sent information on our military installations back to Beijing, police stations in America, massive hacks in terms of our government agencies, cyber activity, not to mention, bullying in international waters. Assess the situation for us, because President Biden will not call China an adversary. He will only call China a competitor. Why?
Well, that's a serious problem. I mean, I think one of the great things that President Trump did was to just come out clearly and say they are an adversary, and I would say they are a very dangerous adversary. If you look at the size of their economy, it is as close to ours as any adversary we have ever had in 200 years. They want to be number one in the world, and they think that we're in the way. So, and you went down some of the litany. I think it's always important when we start talking about China to get in place that they are an existential threat to our way of life. I mean, they have the biggest army in the world, the biggest navy in the world. They're militarizing the South China Sea. They're threatening Taiwan. They undoubtedly approved of the Ukraine invasion and are helping them there. All the things that you just mentioned. Plus, I would add, too, in the last 7 or 8 days, they've had warships off of the coast of Alaska. And we've just indicted 2 U.S. Navy sailors for spying for China. So they are without question an adversary. And I think that once you agree with that, then you realize you can't have economics as usual with them. And for the last at least 2 or 3 decades, they've been waging an economic war on the United States.
Yeah. I want to talk more about this.
And they're winning that war.
They're winning that war. I want to talk more about this because it's partly due to the soft response from the U.S. We've got more with former U.S. Trade Representative Robert Lighthizer right after this short break. Welcome back. I'm back with the former U.S. Trade Representative Robert Lighthizer. And Robert, you just went through China as an adversary. Is the U.S. responding appropriately to this threat?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Look, we began the process of strategic decoupling in the Trump administration. It is paused now. We need to take the next step. We've transferred over $6 trillion worth of wealth of America to an adversary. This has to stop. You can't pay for the Army and the Navy and someone who you're preparing and afraid you might go to war with. So I think we need strategic decoupling. They have not done enough, and I hope that the next administration comes in and takes the next step.
And Biden's executive order to limit investment is being called narrow. Do you equate Communist China to what we saw in the 1930s with Nazi Germany? Because they were enablers, American enablers then as well.
No, absolutely true. In those days, you had the German-American Bund, which was basically on the side of Germany. There's a lot of that going on right now. And his executive order, I would say, was very, very weak.